So as the notifications go out, I'm going to say hello and say welcome to 2024 and the cosmic perspective. This is where we come in every single week and give you the cosmic perspective using human design solar transits as a guide to the cosmos, as a guide to manifestation and flow. So hello, my name is Alison and I am your favorite cosmic guide to wealth. This is what we're here for. We're here to make an impact, create material wealth, physical wealth, mental wealth, all of those aspects of wealth. And I am coming to you here through YouTube on Alison Cotton Soul Connector, Alison Cotton Soul Connector Facebook business page, the Women's Prosperity Network, and of course the Sacred Community. Good morning, who this wouldn't be possible without, where I am the tribe leader of the Align by Design tribe inside Sacred You, where we talk about all things human design, as I am a human design junkie. Good morning, ladies, as people are hopping on 1, 2, 3 on the clock. All right, so this week I am going to give you the wealth codes that you can attract and create using divine inspiration, which is this week's gate 54. But first things first, if you happen to not be able to stay live for the entire session, save the video and come back later to listen to the replay. If you want to share this with someone who you love and care about and you find that this will help, please do so. And of course, follow me so you can get more tips and resources. And I'm going to put a link into the free chakra balance that you can get so you can start following me so you can get all the notifications and emails that come your way around the cosmic perspective. So are you ready to hear the codes for this year, for 2024? Let me know in the chat with a yes if you are ready. We are talking about January at the moment. This is January in 2024. It's the golden year. It's an 8-year, and we have so much going on in the next 12 months astrologically. There's a major takeaway here that 2024 is going to bring out a manifestation of all that inner work that you did in 2023. It is the golden year. It is the year that we are threading those weaves of abundance, of magic into us, right? Numerologically, it is an 8-year, right? Where that is all about manifestation, energy, prosperity, empowerment, and material payoff. I was talking to a client this morning where she wants material well-being, right? That is her intention for 2024. And I think that's beautiful because we're getting back to that heart-centered self. We're shifting away from doing the shit the old way because it's not working anymore. So we're moving into this heart-centered, I want to do it my way. I don't want to be boxed in. I don't want to be told what to do. I actually want to feel like I'm autonomous in doing this myself. All right, so let's dive into what's coming your way. So each transit is guided by design, which is around the human design gates. Please let me know in the chat which type you are, if you are a generator, a manifesting generator, a reflector, projector, or a manifestor. I would love to hear from you about what your type is, because using your type, so I'm a generator, and then using your authority, which for me as a generator is sacral, I make my decisions and I use my energy and my intuition to give me guidance. So if I use the gates in human design, which I can see, it's just like a star sign. If I use that and then I go, right, this is what's going on this week in the world, right, this is how I feel. I have this energy. I don't have this energy. And it doesn't really matter if you do or you don't. What I have noticed is the insights that I have that I share each week generally have huge implications and are really, really relevant for everybody. So you don't have to know human design. You don't have to be studying it. You don't have to be practicing it for years on end, right? But I would love to hang out with you and just be open to this year, right? Be open to what's coming for you to be responding to, because every single person on this planet has to respond. We are designed to respond. No matter what type you are, you respond. It's how you respond in that way. So for a generator, it's a yes or a no. Do I want to do it? Yes. Do I don't want to do it? No. For a reflector, it's an entire moon cycle before they get their yes and their no. For a projector, they need to be invited to the situation before they can decide if it's a yes or a no. So we're always responding. I just want you to just pay attention to that as we move through the human design aspect of each gate. So human design gate 54, which is this week, which goes from January 6th through to January 11, which is Thursday, where we have a new moon. So you can write that down too. Gate 54 is located in the root chakra of your human design chart. Now, if you get your human design chart out and check for yourself whether you have it or whether you don't. If you don't have your human design chart at all, Fran says, oh my God, I have gate 54. See, eventually you'd get one. If you don't have it, no big deal. If you have it, fantastic. Personally, I have it, right? Francis has it. I'm sure someone else will not. But this is what your chart looks like, and this is where you can find it. So this is your chart. This is for the people who don't follow human design much. You can get your chart. I'll give you the link in the comments. Gate 54, you look around the box of the root chakra, find gate 54 and go, oh, that's me. Yes, if it's colored in, it's yours. You own it, right? And gate 54 is all about succeeding, okay? The root chakra offers a pressure center, so you are perhaps always feeling some sort of pressure to do something. Now, this week, it'll be about the pressure to succeed, the pressure to create. But what I want you to do is use this as a fuel. Use this pressure to succeed as a fuel to keep you in what's highest and correct for you. I want you to hold that intention. Okay? I want you to hold this as the driving force of this pressure that you perhaps may be feeling this week to succeed. And a succeed could be in anything, right? It depends on what's going on for you in your world right now. Specifically for business owners like myself and a lot of the clients that I have and people that are here following me, your pressures to succeed is to make 2024 your banger year, right? You want to have the best year ever, right? So this is your chance. This is your chance because we have the new moon on Friday, okay? And the new moon on Friday is all about setting the tone for a practical year, right? A pragmatic year. It's in Capricorn, so it's all about setting goals. We're in the second week of January. You're feeling the pressure to actually do something here, right? So get into this energy of divine inspiration and find where you are in awareness of what you want to create. I had a client this morning just say to me, oh my God, I had a download on Saturday to do X, Y, and Z in my business. Perfect. Let's follow that divine inspiration. Let's fuel this pressure that's coming along to say, yes, I want to create this. Yes, this feels good. Yes, yes, yes. Right? She's a generator. So she's responding now to this idea, this inspiration that comes through. So I just want you to use the context of gate 54 this week in that for you. All right. Don't forget to set the new moon intentions this week as well. Thursday, and you can do it a couple of days either side, but it's really perfect for you to do it in on the day if you possibly can. Now, 2024 is about that golden year, inserting those and weaving those golden threads of energy through us. And it really feels like we've swung so far into the feminine energy that because of the last, few global shutdowns and what have you. All of that now feels like we're all coming back out of that time, and we're starting to get back into the practical, pragmatic stuff that we're moving into, right? So we've just done that inner work throughout 2023. We've sorted out what we want, what we don't want, things that we want to bring with us, right? I can feel this energy myself when I dive into the next 6 months, right? Which is what this new moon can actually do. We set intentions for the next 6 months. What am I going to create? Now it's all about the practical element of masculine and feminine, right? So we've been in our feminine for so long now. It's time to get more into our masculine. The solar transits from in human design are based on a solar energy, which is masculine. So use gate 54 practically this week. Hone in on your magic. Hone in on your goal that you want for 2024. Put together a plan on how you can do that, what you need to do to get yourself there, right? But at the same time, set them in a way that it challenges you but inspires you. And the way you can follow this practically is to use your signature success. My brain wants to speak fast. My mouth wants to speak faster than my brain will comprehend. You need to cultivate that action with your intuition. Your intuition is the feminine aspect of you. For those who have been following for the last 12 months, your intuition is more activated now than it has ever been. So now it's time to start moving into the action element. And if this is your first time following me, then start to use the activation in the feminine side of things. Just listen to how your body's telling you. Listen to what happened this week. Reflect on conversations that happened to you last week that you go, oh my God, I was doing this morning. I was speaking on my dog walk this morning. I was thinking about the human design solar transits and coming on live and doing all of those things. And as I was doing that, I remember thinking back to a conversation that I had this week that surprisingly not showed up. It doesn't surprise me anymore. I just go, oh yeah, okay, that worked out. Yep, perfect. Conversations that I've had last week that have now shown up this week in a practical way that I've gone, oh my God, it's working for me. These things are working for me, right? Because I follow my intuition. My intuition was to put petrol in my car. As crazy as this, as simple as this sounds, I put petrol in my car, and I knew that I would have the petrol in my car until whenever. And it was this morning. So last week, I'm like, that'll last me for a week. Yep, that'll work out. Da, 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 da. Anyway, and I just trusted that would work, right? And I know it's a really simple analogy, but I kind of just want you to understand that the signs and synchronicities are always there. You've just got to pay attention to them. So that is using your awareness and your intuition and your body and the reflection of the universe back to you. The action piece is putting the petrol in the car, right? Following that nudge, oh, I better put petrol in the car so it lasts me until, right? And most of the time that used to be the mindset of, oh, let me put petrol in the car and I'll put this much in until Thursday when I get paid and then I can fill my tank, right? Now I look at it differently, but it's kind of in the action of putting petrol in the car, putting petrol into the engine of your own self, following those nudges of your own self and fueling that pressure that's coming through from the root chakra to create what you are looking at creating. Now, I've pulled cards for each of the human design types, so I can see that everyone has put down manifesting generator. There's reflectors, generators. Good morning to you all. I know I've just spat out a whole bunch of information to you, but it kind of feels like it's super powerful and super important to understand how to navigate the flow of what is coming at us each week, right? Because we are designed to respond, it shows up in this way so you can use your awareness to follow it. So generators, generators and manifesting generators, this one is your card. And we are using the chakra healing cards today, and it is wisdom. I'm wearing green too, and I'm a generator. It's wisdom. You are being asked and guided this week, right? Because we receive divine inspiration through our crown. And generally what happens is it stops there. We get the inspiration, and then we don't do anything with it, right? We release it because we somehow in some form down in that pressure center go, oh, I don't think I can do it. I don't trust myself. Whatever we say to ourselves, right? The story that we're selling. So you are being reminded this week, generators and manifesting generators, follow your wisdom, follow your gut, follow your aha, follow your and instead of the pressure, use the pressure as fuel to, do I want to do this? Do I have the energy? We are energizer bunnies, manifesting generators and generators. Use that energy for good. Do I want to do this? Does this feel good for me? Yes, 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 yes. If it answers and it keeps saying yes and it keeps saying yes, it's like the engine who could. Keep following that nudge. Keep following that wisdom that your body is showing you this week. That's your divine inspiration. Don't follow the pressure. Follow the fuel that gives you the wisdom of yes, 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 right? We are sacral beings. We are designed to say yes all the time. If you have the emotional aspect of it, give yourself a time frame of, I want to have an answer by. I'd like to make a decision on this by. Right? Give yourself the space for your wave to flow until you get to a feeling that feels good for you with a yes. Projectors, this one is your card, right? So your response this week to divine inspiration is to look at the growth. Reflect on your growth, right? Reflect on how you have shifted. Have you started listening to your strategy and your authority more now that you're a projector, right? And you're not a generator like the rest of the world wants to make you out to be. Right? Have you been listening to your energy and you're starting to notice the shifts that are happening for you? Because when you follow your strategy and your authority, right, which are the two main themes of using the solar transits to get masculine here, is waiting for that invitation, waiting for that recognition, projectors. If you do that, you watch your growth soar. Right, you watch the plant grow so fast, right? Because I'm just looking at the plants here. The plants grow so fast because you're following your energetic flow, and growth comes from that, right? Because once you're in that energetic flow, you can hold more energy, you're clearer in your head and your heart. Because this is what we're doing here, is we're marrying all of this head, heart, and gut together so it feels good all round. Divine inspiration of growth for the projectors this week. Reflectors, this one is for you. Sorry, I just had to catch my breath. Feels like I've been talking underwater. Discovery. Reflectors is discovery this week. And it kind of feels like, okay, so when I'm looking at this for you, reflectors, this week, it kind of feels like there is a discovery coming to you this week, and it's on the edge, right? It kind of looks like I can see it, but I can't quite grasp. I can't quite make out in a picture in my mind's eye what that looks like. It's like a little fog on the end. So the discovery here is that you're going to get this aha moment. It's going to delight you. It's going to surprise you, right? Because that divine inspiration is just going to come in and go, oh my God, I've got it, right? So that fog is going to come in, and you're going to discover the real of what that peripheral was looking like. You kind of had an idea, but you kind of weren't sure, and that's why it's been hanging on the edge. So reflectors, just hold off, right? Use your moon cycles, use your things to discover this from the heart sense, from that surprise, into like, oh my God, yes, I thought that, right? So that's for reflectors this week. And then, of course, our manifestors. Similar to manifesting generators, but they are initiators as part of their design. So they are here to initiate the world. They're not here to do like the generators are to do, right? Good morning. Hello. Welcome. They're not here. They're here to initiate. And my daughter is a manifestor. Oh my God, she's so good at initiating. But at the same time, there's this element that they have to balance here between their feminine and their masculine energy of being a workaholic, right? Because we are guided and trained and societal conditioned to be XYZ, right? As part of the community, you got to work, you got to do this, you got to do that. And it can be really, really draining for those who are not used to it or are not designed for it, right? So the workaholic piece is coming up here. Just be really mindful of what that looks like and how you can start using your strategy and your authority here to perhaps initiate things so it doesn't feel like you're always at work doing something, right? Maybe to do some delegation, right? And then being gratitude for, oh my God, look what happens when my energy shifts. Look what happens when I listen to that divine inspiration of pressure and make it a fuel for something good, for something better. Am I making sense here, everybody? Do we all have any questions before I go into this week's individual oracle cards? Because I know that you have all been so desperately dying to have me come back after being away for almost 4 weeks. I have had so many text messages. It's been beautifully received, going how wonderful it is that everyone loves me dearly and misses my cards. So if you have any questions around this week's solar transit, please put them in the comments. Would love to hear from you. Otherwise, I'm going to ask everybody this week to put some dollar signs in for abundance. We're all going to sit there and be money, money, money. I've been hearing it for about 3 days now, the ABBA song, money, money, money in my head. So let's put some dollar signs in to the chat today for an oracle card if you are still continuing with us live. You must be live or you must be a client of mine to have it offline. So if you are here live, I'm pulling cards for those who are here live only, unless you're a client on the other side of the world. Vicky, thank you. She's giving me lots of dollars. Fran's giving me dollars. Thank you, Deb. Facebook user who's just put some coins. Thank you. Thank you, Trina, if that was you with the dollars. Good morning, everyone. Fiona, good morning. Fiona, when are you coming down, my love? I am looking forward to seeing you. All right. Now, I have put the cards back into the deck. So if you happen to receive a card that was pulled earlier in the reading, then it kind of feels like a nudge, nudge, not just a nudge. Now, as I'm writing your name down, please, please, please set an intention of what you would like to receive in your card. I don't have to know what your intention is, because what happens in the exchange is that you set an intention. I will channel specifically for that intention. I don't even know what your intention is. I just open myself up to receiving the guidance through me from your spirit guides. So this is kind of how the energy works here. I've got all of your guides standing here behind me, and each one of them are waiting their turn, right? I do not do this in any particular order. It's because I allow the flow of energy to come through me, and I allow whatever message you need to hear in the moment of now for your highest and best good. So please set an intention with what you would like to receive today around divine inspiration. It always must be around the gate. If you would like a personalized reading, then you can reach out to me and we can do so. But it is always going to be around the human design gate of the week. So please set an intention for that, and I will write your name down. Thank you. Trina, thank you. Fran, Fiona, please let me know when you're coming. I'd really love to hear from you. Hello. Sorry, I'm just reading through comments and I get awkward with sound. Facebook user with the little emoji. I'm not sure who you are. I've got. So what I will do is I will put down, because I think there's a delay in the comments. We'll just play that one out. So I'm going to start at the top, and I'm just going to let everyone know what name has come out, what name I have on the list. And if I have missed you, please just write it again, tag me, nudge me, send me a DM if I've completely missed it on the live, because I don't always see every part of the chat until I go back later and I'm like, dope. All right, so who I have so far is Vicky, Lisa, Deb, Trina, Fiona, Tamara, TD, Terry, Fran. Now, if you are still here live and I have not written your name down, please let me know. Okay? And I will pull cards for the next 30 minutes or until the names run out. So that is my intention. And to share, thank you, Gemma. Happy birthday for yesterday, Gemma. It was Gemma's birthday yesterday. So she's currently going through gate 54 as her sun sign right now. So she is really, really feeling the energy. So wish Gemma a happy, happy birthday, will everybody please? Thank you, Abby. Good morning. Give me dollar signs, peoples, if you would like a card as part of the energy exchange. Thank you so much. And again, it's all random orders. And let's get into it. Thank you, Lucille. This card, thank you back, is for Vicky. Vicky, this one is for you. And it is soulmate. And this really, really feels like becoming the soul mate for yourself. I'm just trying to tune into the energy here, because when I do, I see you driving. I see you being in your blissful state, right? The one that you love, that person that you love in that moment in time. And it kind of feels like doing more of that, following the inspiration of where that goes for you, following that pressure, right? This is a root chakra color. It's red, right? It is connecting, right? Using that hand to connect to the third eye. A lot of people struggle to bring the energy through because they receive the inspiration generally in the head. They feel the pressure to do something but don't know how to bring that energy through. So for you, Vicky, this week specifically, tune into that divine inspiration of what I need to do for the ultimate self-care of my own self and well-being. How can I create the best soulmate for myself, right? And then tune into that and follow those yeses, follow those ahas, follow that inspiration from that fueling of the pressure that will give you those yeses. Okay? Because that's what's going to lead you to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Right? Because next week we go into a completely different gate, a completely different energy. So then you've got like this divine inspiration on how to this week. Then next week, follow this with what's going on next. Okay? Right? You can't love anybody else until you love yourself anyway. It's a thing, apparently. Sorry, that was me trying to be funny. So just keep following that soulful nudge. Keep following that thing that makes you feel good, right? Because soulmates do. Soulmates make us feel good. They are designed that way. All right. So that was Vicky. Julia. Good morning, Julia. How are you? Nice to see you here. All right. Let's work on the next person. All right. Now, we are also coming up into a solar new year by human design. As I'm shuffling these cards, waiting for the next guide to come forward. And I have the Akashic Records open too, by the way. So that's where the energy is flowing from your guides in the Akashic Records. They're reading and translating the words. we're coming up to a solar new year, right? The human design solar new year. It is on January 22. Inside the Align by Design tribe, we are going to be doing some fun journaling and activating some energy throughout each week. We have our next tribe meeting on Thursday, ladies. New moon, remember, we will set some intentions. Here we go. Who's these for? Gemma. This one is for you, Miss Birthday Week girl. It's always birthday week, okay? Everybody, it is always birthday week. I've been celebrating birthday week for about 3 years and I'm loving it. So I want you to do the same. Birthday week, Gemma. You got it? Birthday week. And a perfect card for this, right? It's a completion. Please do not worry about the death part of it because it is not showing me in the card, in the energy of that. It feels like just a cycle has finished. An enlightenment is coming. The aha, the sun is coming out, right? It kind of feels like the mantra of every day is a new start. Every day is a fresh start. The sun is always shining, right? So, Gemma, look at this cycle, this week, birthday week, as a completion of 2023. Now Gemma is moving into 2024 and she is going to be X, Y, Z, A, B, C. There we go. We've had a shift. And this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to use and Gemma has been an avid Align by Design tribe member who has been following her human design now for nearly 18 months. And she has shifted from level to level to level. I promise you, she knows what this completion is all about and she knows what this enlightenment that is coming. So if you needed validation today, Gemma, there it is. It is there. And I will see you on Thursday. All right, let's. Yay, we've come back. Thank you. Thank you. Technical issues, people. We've had a huge solar flare come up just at the beginning of the new year. It's tapering off now, but it will affect a bit of energy, right? And besides that, it's tourist time here where I live, and they're all using the internet on top of the normal people using the internet. And our poor little town can't cope. So my apologies for the frozenness of my cards. I didn't pull anyone's card. I just finished off with Gemma. Always celebrate birthday week. Please let me know, Gemma, if you got all of that transmission. And we will move on if that's the case. Feels like we're done. Feels like we're done with that. Let me know. Otherwise, I can give you more insight on Thursday. Sweet. Wah! Nice. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, Brianna. All right. If you would like a card, Brianna, please put some dollar signs. And anyone else who has joined us, if you are still here or not here before, please throw in some dollar signs and we will get the exchange happening for a card today. All right, let's move on. Thank you for your patience, everybody. All right, Abby, Olivia, thank you. Abby, this one is for you, hon. And this is despondence. And I'm kind of feeling, when I'm tuning into it, there's this energy of a little bit of not depression, it's despondence, right? But it doesn't feel like it's like a significant despondence. Like it's not completely depression. It's not completely withdrawal from society. It's like not that despondent, right? This kind of feels like a energy of, okay, there we go. No heart, no motivation, right? As soon as I told you it wasn't that, you opened up your energy. So where can you find the motivation? Where can you find your inspiration through this pressure this week, right? Shift out of despondence. I'm going to pull another card because I kind of feel like that there's a secondary answer to the intention that you have today. Here we go. Perseverance. There we go. So this is the sacral chakra, right? So this is getting the heart to agree with the gut, getting to the mind to agree with the heart, to agree with the gut, right? Stop this despondence and get out of this lack of motivation frame and start to persevere. So how can you use your energy this week? Use your root chakra as that pressure from whatever's coming through for the next 2 days. Persevere with what's coming through. Follow the nudge. Yes, it feels good. That's going to make me feel good. And I mean, okay, so let's talk about a despondent moment here in my time so it has reference for you. And this is just what they're showing me. So I just always channel what they're showing me. I remember when I hate cleaning, right? I'm not a cleaner, don't like cleaning. Unless it's with my bestie and then we're like singing and dancing and it's different. Through COVID, I lost my cleaner and I didn't have a cleaner. And I got really despondent with that because I was like, I hate fucking cleaning, but I can't do it. Anyway, so what I ended up doing to persevere with this, I needed to do 10 minutes a day. Not the entire clean, not the whole shebang. I needed to start with one thing, one simple task, 2 tasks, time a task, whatever. This kind of feels like this energy, Abby, of like, you've been lack of motivation. Where can you go and get a walk? Where can you go and do this? Where can you fuel that pressure to create something that's going to make you feel good, right? And I'm just tuning in and I'm kind of quickly thinking that you're a manifesting generator from what conversations we've had. Memory, don't know, don't test me on it. But it's like the sacral needs fuel. It needs fuel to yes, 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 which builds like an engine, which builds like a filling up your cup, and doing those things that make you feel good will always get you out of that despondent, right? Clean whip zoom, clean the house now without a problem, right? But it has taken time and practice. So there's just something that they want you to share today, Abby, around all of that. So follow that divine inspiration, okay, as it goes along. All right, let's move into the next one. Lots of changes coming through for everybody. Terry, this is for you, Terry, and it's all about the mysticism. It kind of feels like what's in the shadows, what's hiding behind. So where's this divine inspiration coming from, Terry? And why does it feel so mystic? Why does it feel so secret? or not so much secret. It's more of a, I'm scared to show myself visibly, because who would I be to be seen like that? Feels like a very much a witch wound, especially with the mysticism around it and the cloaking and the kind of, so I would be looking, Terry, and we will work on it this week together, your witch wound, and we'll go into that and have a look into the records and clear that out. But I think that's blocking your divine inspiration of knowing what's coming through, because it always feels foggy, because there's this scarcity of, oh, I don't want to do it, right? Around whether I do this or not and if it's going to work. So that's for you, Terry, this week. All right. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. I know that I have quite a few names here. I actually thought I'd be really quiet for the first week, but clearly not. Fiona, this one is for you, and it's the sacral, the solar plexus in the orange, right? And this is an impasse. Kind of feels neither here nor there, and there's definitely feels like a decision needs to be made, Fiona, from this fuel, from this pressure that's coming through, from this inspiration that's leading you to somewhere where you can't kind of make a decision around. This feels business-like, in that golden thread of how do I make more money, right? How do I manifest? How do I create this to be, right? Divine inspiration is around creation. It's a root chakra. It's a pressure energy. It's a creation. It comes up, right? So let me give you a quick rundown. And I know, Fiona, you know this, so just I want you to take on board here what I've just said as I explain this, right? Because there is an end to your card information coming. So what happens here is we get the divine inspiration up in our crown, and then we need to bring it through as an energy of, you know, what am I creating in my mind? Does that match up with the manifestation that I want to receive through your throat, right? Because your words are powerful. Then it comes into your heart. It's like, do I actually want to create this? Yes, solar plexus, right? Then we're there. The solar plexus goes, oh my God, the heart, the brain, they all marry. Everything feels good in the solar plexus here. Then we're moving down into the root chakra from that pressure to fuel it. Let's make this happen. Let's embody this energy all the way through every single chakra so we can create. And this is where it feels like you're at with the impasse right now, Fiona. You're stuck in that solar plexus. You're stuck in the, do I want to do this? In my heart. Check in with your heart. Is it really in it? If it is, then use that impasse as a yes field. Then start to tune in on the other aspect of your sacral, your solar plexus here, is into your sacral, going, right, so the impasse is between my head and my heart and my gut here. So my sacral chakra is going to divinely guide me with a yes or a no. Right? Does it feel good, right? As women, we know what feeling good like is in that sacral. We've been there, we've done it. We know what that feels like. Men do too. They have the same sensation through their sacral, through that area, right? So feel good about it. What does it make me feel good? And if the impasse is a no or a yes, follow the nudge. If it's not to be, it's not to be. But get out of this impasse that you're in. Get out of this neither here nor there, because you don't want to make a decision. Kind of feels like this week that pressure is going to make you decide. And I think it's time. I think it's really time. Lucille, this one is for you. And it's bittersweet. And it kind of feels like you're coming out of something. You're coming out of a cycle, coming out of a completed something or other, similar to Gemma, right? Coming out of it. But what you're recognizing now is the bittersweetness of it. Excuse me. So it really feels like, Lucille, you've been stuck in a cycle, right? You've used that pressure from the root chakra. You've used that pressure as fuel to succeed. And now you're out on the other side of it. And it's like, oh my God, this is so bittersweet. This is so cool. How awesome, right? You're kind of on what I call an energetic high now. What I'm going to ask you to do this week is keep using that feeling, right? This can go for everybody. When something feels good, hold on to that feeling for as long as you possibly can. It's going to raise your vibration, but it's also going to give you the space to hold more, hold more. So if you keep repeating this energy, the feeling becomes so natural, it's like riding a bike. So this is where that bittersweetness comes in for you this week, Lucille. Feel how it feels right now to feel that feeling of bittersweet, blah, 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 feeling, and hold it. Re-embody it every time you think about it. Right? I remember when I first made sales in my business, I was like, woohoo, I fucking did it every time. And now I say, ask the girls inside Ignite, woohoo, woohoo, because I'm holding and embodying that energy. Similar for you this week, Lucille. Okay. How are we going with the freezing department? Obviously not freezing right now. Good stuff. All right. Trina. Oh, this is a lovely one, Trina. Joy. And it kind of feels like as I tune into your energy, and yes, it makes me laugh because I see what you're doing, right? And it's like, oh, right, that's how it's done. Okay. And you're just like on your way. Right? There's this acceptance energy that you allow yourself to bring through, right? This kind of feels like that, similar to what I was saying earlier for Lucille, where that pressure comes in. It's like you feel the joy, you accept it, right? It's like, oh, that's how it feels. Okay, now I know. Thank you. And you move on, right? What this week is being guided to you for, what I'm sensing here, is to find more joy. Not so much of the acceptance because you accept it, but there is this joy that needs to come through you, something that hasn't been coming through you for a little while now. And you're kind of needing to get into, okay, right, this acceptance energy, not so much of, oh, this is how it's done, right, now I know. This is now like, I need to do this. I need to get shit done, right? I need to get shit done and I need to feel good about it. So where's the fucking joy? Where am I bringing the joy as this little bug flies around me? Where am I actively seeking joy? Right? Because it is a choice. Everything we do is a choice. You can choose to be happy or you can choose to be miserable. But it really feels like, Trina, there's this acceptance of I need to now create this for myself. Not this is how it's done. I need to create this for myself. So I hope that resonates for you. As she says, yes, 2024 is mine and started well. Congratulations. It's great. Lucille, I've told myself I feel really high right now. It's amazingly good. Happy. Just haven't felt that way in a long time. Yes. Okay. So now you need to hold and embody that energy, right? So the two keys here is strategy, authority, intuition, embodiment, right? Intuition, embodiment, strategy, authority. Either way you look at it, that's how it is. So Lucille, strategy to respond. Hold the energy of this feels good. Remind yourself of the feeling because you want it to feel like riding a bike, driving a car, walking, right? Breathing. You want to make it feel so goddamn natural that it don't matter what gets in your way as shit is thrown at you to respond to, you will still feel good. 2023 was that for me after being hit by that bus and then having to focus and slow down and work out what feels good, right? Because I didn't like that feeling of feeling shit anymore, right? So, and again, it was because I didn't have it for a long time either, right? You have to consciously choose what you want. All right. Beck, this one is for you. It feels like you're in recovery. It feels, as crazy as this sounds, and I'm just reading the energy here because I'm tuning in. It kind of feels like you need recovery because you've had such a party. But it's not a party. It kind of feels like you've just been so busy, so flat out, so spreading yourself thin that you need to recover. It feels like you've had this holiday and you need to come back from the holiday to recover from the holiday you just had. That kind of feels like, but it was the word party came up because it's Christmas and celebrations and time for all of that. So there's this recovery period that I'm feeling is coming from you. And I know you said something earlier about the pressure because you don't have this gate, but you know about the pressure. So this is the recovery. Are you hearing from the universe, right? Because the universe is always saying yes to you, no matter what it is you're asking for. Have you, Beck, question, is this like, have you been receiving the nudges of time to do something, time to recover, right? Time to give yourself some space, for something, right? Tune into that now. Follow your response. Follow the yes that you are being guided to hear, right? Because if you don't, it's going to start to wane out and your energy is going to start to drain. I hope that was helpful. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Facebook users. I don't know who you are, but good morning. Please say your name. Well, not 7 today. Thank you, universe. All right. Now, I still have on my list left Tamara, TD, Lisa, Deb, Fran, Julia, Brianna, and Olivia, and Maureen. Thank you, everyone, for being so patient this morning. Now, we have a card for Fran. I don't know what, because I'm using Restream, there is a, you have to let Facebook know that what your name is. You have to let Restream know because of, I don't know, it's something to do with Facebook. I can't remember. But Fran, this one is for you, my love, this week. Impatience, and it's pointing to the moon, he's on the ladder, he's up in spirit. Impatience is what's feeling like this for you this week, Fran. And it's a but at the same time, the impatience is coming through the pressure to do something, the pressure to, right? As a reflector, you're not defined. What happens, and I will state this for everybody listening, what happens is when we go through the solar transit, the energy is activated by the gate, and the gate creates the energy activation in the actual chakra sequence of the design. So if you don't normally have this energy, you will this week. So Fran, your root chakra becomes defined. This is where you get to you already have the divine inspiration channel, the gate. You already know what that feels and looks like for you, right? So the impatience here is that pressure that you're going to be feeling from that root chakra, right? Because it becomes defined when the gate's activated through the week. So we're going to spend the entire month of January. So anyone who has listened to my Ascension newsletter, that will have all the gates for January in the transmission. Feel free to grab that as well. It's an audio file, so you can take it for a walk and just listen, or you can listen and write down your notes, whatever suits. But what happens here is that becomes pressurized, right? It becomes defined. When you're not used to having the energy, you don't know what it is until you know what it is, right? It's this don't know what you don't know. So I want you to be conscious this week of your own impatience and where you're feeling the pressure, right? Because the root chakra is giving you guidance here on what that looks and feel like. So when the energy dissipates, right, you've got a sense, because you're a moon cycle, a perfect way to get to know what your root chakra is like. defined and undefined, and feel the difference in the energy, right? So don't be so impatient about it. Hope that makes sense for you. I know you're laughing because you laugh every time. But there's just this feeling, right, this week of what it is. All right, let's go on to the next one. Julia, this one is for you. You're welcome, Fran. Perception. Well, it's cosmic perspective. All right, let's go and dive into this, Julia. All right, so if you are, and the green is in these cards, the heart chakra. So Julia, the heart chakra and green linked to receiving the feminine energy, right? There is a woman on this card. There is butterflies. There is gemstones. This feels like a very feminine energy that you need to get into this week. Get into your heart. Then feel the pressure of the divine inspiration through your heart that's coming up from the root chakra, right? Our chakra system is the most powerful system in our bodies. It gives us inspiration and access to everything on this entire planet and into the cosmos, right? So shift your perception here. Go into your heart. Feel the pressure from your heart. Feel the energy, right? And I look forward to seeing you at the Align by Design tribe meeting this Thursday, right? But shift your perception from your heart, not from your head, not from any other external. This is a different perception that you have in your heart. It may not feel successful right now, right? Because this gate is all about that pressure to succeed. So it kind of feels like that maybe this gate, this perception is feeling like it's not going to be successful. But I want you to switch that perception this week. Switch your perception around what that is and listen to your heart. That's your big message this week, Julia. All right. My tea is going stone cold. I have to put my whole order in it. All righty. All right. So, Lisa, this one is for you. And it's instinct. Of course it is. So you're following your instinct, you're following your flow. Lisa is another one who's been following the transits and listening into her intuition, right? And listening into how her body feels, right? So we are here this week. Again, use your instinct, follow your divine inspiration, follow the pressure into a fuel of what's going to work for you, right? And what works for you is completely different to everybody else, right? So just follow that nudge, follow that instinct. It's really, really powerful for you this week to go with the flow. Go with that pressure. Yep, that pressure, I know it's there, but I'm just going to keep following those nudges. And I think you'll know exactly what that means when, you know, and it kind of feels like motherly instinct too, just on the side. When I sort of tuned in to the wolf aspect of it, it's like hungry like the wolf. She's just don't mess with the mama bear. So follow your instincts on that one. Follow that pressure of what's coming through to yes, yes, yes. All right. Deb, this one is for you. And you've got the same one as Fran. Impatience. Where are you feeling impatient? Where are you feeling frustrated? Deb, I know that you're a generator. Where are you feeling frustrated? Where have you been? Okay, so what I'm seeing here is you've been kind of stepping away, kind of just putting yourself to the side, kind of just standing in the background, observing the situation. But at the same time, the pressure of this divine inspiration is like the impatience is there. It's like, fuck, I can't get it. Because you've isolated yourself, you can't step in. Because you've purposely chose to step back, right? And getting impatient around stepping back. It's time to now follow that fuel. Right, this feels good. Right, this is what's going to happen. This impatience is going to dissipate. This stepping into, for you, Deb, this week is going to happen as we move into the gate following. And we can discuss this further on Thursday. That impatience is going to dissipate, and you're going to step in, and there's going to be, right, this is where I see, this is what, and it's coming from that pressure of divine inspiration of like, yes, this is how it's going to work. This is how it's going to succeed. I hope that makes sense for you. But that kind of feels like energy that you have been in or finishing up being in. And then there's this secondary link coming next week. Okay. Next. Thank you for the hearts, Julia. All right, Tamara Turner, this one is for you. Wisdom. And again, the generator, manifesting generator card, this is yours, so it's double whammy. Right? So it's the double whammy. You're already the generator, so where's the wisdom? Where's your body talking to you? Where's your mind talking to you? Where's your heart talking to you? Thank you so much. Right? Contract all that wisdom into your heart and make a decision. What do I want to do with this? What do I want to be with this? Who do I want? What do I want to look like? Right? Follow the pressure of what's going to feel good. Right? And I'm really looking forward to seeing you in round 2 for Ignite. But there's this, so it's similar to the despondence, right? Kind of feeling off onto the side, not so great, not neither here nor there, right? But not in the detrimenting way. But then there is this like energy on the other side, masculine, feminine, again, 2, right? The world, like you are the world, right? Don't write yourself off on one end, one extreme. There we go. There's your answer. Don't write yourself off on the one extreme. Follow the wisdom that you have as the feminine to create the masculine through your divine inspiration, through that pressure as a fuel to create it to succeed. There we go. Landed. Landed. All right. Beautiful. All right, Olivia, this one is for you. If you are still here with me, thank you so much for your patience. Creation. So, Olivia, this is creation here. And I think what's coming through as I'm tuning into this, there is this pressure. And again, this is the divine inspiration. We are talking about gate 54, specifically a card for you around your intention and this week. If you would like personalized readings, please book in with me because I do them separately. So this week it's a creation. The creation is coming through as a pressure, Olivia, but it feels like it's not going to work. This is the opposing energy of this gate. When you go into the mindset of this is not going to work, there's this aspect of rejection, right? And then so therefore you just block the creation. So Olivia, I want you to look at it this week of where can I create through pressure of making this work for me no matter what? Where can I create this pressure? And it kind of feels like it's a belief plan. There is a belief plan that you have in your mind that is blocking you through creating this, and that's causing the rejection piece. So tune into the 2 aspects of this energy this week, right? Use that pressure to fuel for good, not for what ifs, what's happened, and all those other aspects that have happened beforehand, right? Because the past does not create our experience in the now. It doesn't. It's just a reflection of what could have happened or what has happened. Doesn't mean it's going to happen again. Because you get to choose this. You get to believe something different. Okay? All right. So I have TD, Brianna, and Maureen left. Is there anyone else that would like a card that I have missed or what have you. Go on a few minutes over and I'll just finish off these cards if not. All right, TD, this one is for you. And it's a quest. It feels like a quest. Feels like... So as I'm tuning into the energy, and I always giggle like this because I go, oh, that makes total sense. Thank you, Virginia. Yes. So TD, you've been on this quest. This quest kind of feels like it's draining you. Of course, Sophia. This quest feels like it's draining you or has been draining you, and you've been on that road to recovery. You've been working through, and I know Tamara, you've been working this with me through the masculine and the feminine, finding where the balance is of your intuition and the timing of all the things that need to take up action. So this quest, continue on the quest. It kind of feels like this. The pressure that you're sensing this week for the quest to make it successful is working. You will be okay if you follow the nudges of that feminine, right? Because I know that when I first met TD, she was all in her masculine. It was all about doing, making lists, doing, not stopping. So quest that through, right? Follow those nudges of recovery with that feminine, that slowing down. Right, because it's not always quest. If that makes any sense. I'm sure it does. Sure, Nikki. All right. Now I'm cutting it off at Nikki because otherwise we'll be here for a month of Sundays. And I don't know if my energy has the month of Sundays to do today. I'm only back at work for the first 2 days. It's been a big 4 weeks. It's been a big 4 weeks, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I really have. All of the ups and downs as the card of balance comes out. Brianna, this is yours. All right, so I've got Maureen, Nikki, and Sophia and Virginia left on the list, but Brianna, this one is for you, hon, and it's balance. But it's balancing your worthiness. Do I deserve this? Am I worthy of this? All right. I want you to have a look this year in 2024. Follow that divine inspiration and the pressure. Create your new moon intention, everybody, including you, Brianna, around balance. Where can I create balance? Where am I divinely gathering balance in my life that is going to make me feel like I am worthy and deserving of all the things that I desire? Okay, follow that pressure of what's going to work. Now, everything is working out in your favor. The universe is always saying yes to you. So it will always work in some capacity, right? Maybe you have to change something ever so slightly, but something will always work. The universe is always saying yes to you. All right, so start to create that belief plan on your self-worth. I am worthy. I am deserving. Right? All right. Maureen, this one is for you. I love this. I look at these cards and then I see the energy as I tune in and I go, oh, that's why the cards come out, because I'm sure you will get it at the end. Workaholic. So the workaholic card came out, but the secondary card that came out is perseverance. Now, when I'm looking at this, it kind of feels like, Maureen, that there is this can't do it because if I stop work, that means this story, or if I can't, and it feels like it is linked, and everything is always linked to 6 energy codes, right? Our wealth is linked to 6 energy codes, and they are linked to our false judgment. So Where are you saying to yourself, I am a workaholic and that I need to persevere? And that's the pressure that I'm feeling this week with the divine inspiration of that I need to. But what do you need to do this week, Maureen? Perhaps find balance. But I understand them cards. Very good. I'm so super pleased. I knew you would. But it kind of feels like, where is this pressure making you believe a story that is not perhaps true, right? And where can you recreate the balance to that story? And they're your cards. I don't work, but I need to declutter. Well, there you go. Decluttering will always create space in your brain and your heart. Where do I start? Okay, so I'm going to ask you to play with the energy this week. In the secondary question to this, and I don't normally do this because I normally reserve this for my private clients, but I will just show you. When you said, where do I start in the decluttering, follow one inspirational nudge from the universe. Ask the universe, right? It's like manifesting. When you go to the supermarket, it's like manifesting. You go there and you're like, when I get to the car park, I'm going to find one right outside the door. You know how many times I find one right outside the fucking door? Nearly every single day. Even in town when it is flat out busy now, I still find one outside the door, right? Because I believe in the manifestation of creation. Now, Maureen, where do I start? Ask the universe for a sign. Ask the universe to show you a red cardboard box as the starting point of where to start to declutter. Show me with a yellow cup where I should start to declutter, and let the universe guide you to the point where you should start. So you watch the miracle unfold for that. Follow the signs and synchronicities. Virginia, I gotta love parking spot fairies. I tell you what, they are the fucking best. Every single day, guaranteed, right outside the door. Virginia, this one is for you. So please, if anyone who is new wanting a reading, please set an intention. Okay, so set an intention for what you would like to receive around this week's card. So getting to Virginia, this one is for you. And Anu, yes, I will pull a card for you as well, who is watching on YouTube. Thank you. Virginia, your card is abundance. So the intention that you have set this week is for abundance. The intention that you are creating from that divine inspiration through the pressurized is, how can I create more abundance? How can I manifest more abundance? Play with the energy is the answer. Just as I shared that with Maureen, like, where do I start? Where do I start with the abundance? Follow the pressure. Follow that nudge from your sacral, from your divine inspiration of like, yeah, that feels good. I'm going to start there, right? Maybe you need to take yourself into like a timeout for a few minutes, for a few hours, which whatever suits you. Get grounded, right? This energy is in the root chakra. Get grounded. What kind of abundance will make me feel safe? Root chakra is linked to safety. What kind of things will make me feel safe? What things will make me feel abundant? Just tune into your own physical energy away from someone else, everyone else, for 10 minutes even. Start to tune into that abundance. Get that pressure. Start to sense what that pressure feels like to create it, to make it happen. That would feel so fucking good. That's kind of where you need to lead with this energy this week, Virginia, especially when it comes to abundance and how can I get more? How can I make more? All right. All right, Sophia, this one is for you. You ready, Sophia? And it's miracle. right? So this kind of feels quite joyful, but the mind is going to feel like it's playing tricks because the belief plan isn't quite in order. That's what I'm sensing. Now, when I say the belief plan isn't quite in order, it's creating an ego mindset of trickery, perhaps saying, do you really think? Do you really believe? Do you really? Because the miracle just seems so joyful, so amazing, right? That the trickery comes in when we can't hold the energy. So this is where I want you to hold the pressure this week through that divine inspiration and the root chakra. Know, right? Embodiment is bringing it all the way down to the knowing, right? Right down into the root chakra. So know that no matter what trickery goes on in the outside, whatever feels like there's this but coming at me, I know that the miracle is true. I believe that this is coming at me, right? I am in joy of what I am receiving, right? The pressure to succeed comes through this week, and you can create miracles. You just have to believe them, embody them through all aspects, through your heart, your mind, your manifestations, through the power of your solar plexus, through the sacral energy of divine birthing, right? Follow the masculine with the feminine. And that's where it will all come to life. Nikki, right, finally, last but not least, Nikki, thank you everyone for your patience. Your card, Nikki, is dissipating. It is yellow. It's in the sacral. This kind of feels like a physical ailment here of letting go, just letting it all go. Yeah, it's kind of just like a letting it go. Just it's disappearing. It's going away. It's wasting away. There is this element here that I'm feeling is like the sun is coming again. Right? Whatever it is that you're letting go, whatever belief, power, whatever it is that you're holding on to, you've just decided to fuck it off. Let it go. You've put it in the fuck it bucket. It's in there. And the fuck it bucket gets chucked into the fucking wherever. Chuck it away. This energy that you're sensing and feeling, Nikki, is dissipating. It's disappearing. It's going away. Right? Time has not been wasted because the yellow energy of the sun, the sacral, you're rebirthing something new. You are creating a new fucking start. Follow that pressure that's coming through with the 54 this week, right? Follow that pressure to succeed. So much so that you will make it work no matter fucking what, right? Because you are the creator and choice maker. That's kind of the message that you need to receive today. All right. Now, and Anu, who is watching on our Facebook and our YouTube, hello and welcome. Thank you. We'll pull a card for you as well. All right. So, Anu, this is for you, and it's perception. So gate 54 is about pressure to succeeding. I've been talking about this for the last hour, right? It's a pressure to succeed. It comes from the root chakra. Where do you need to see differently this week? Where do you need to look at things from a different perspective in your heart, right? Where can you find some time out to be with yourself and to see a different picture and to know that this pressure to succeed is always working out in your favor. There's just a little shift in perception that is required that is going to get you there, and you just have to believe it. Similar to that little bit of trickery energy that's still floating around, right? Our ego is always going to get in the way. It's always going to show up as something of buts, what ifs, maybes, how comes, right? I want you to just look at that from a different perspective this week, So I hope that was helpful. Thank you all so much, everybody, for being here today. Spent a beautiful hour and 20 minutes here. As we have all of our spirit guides just walking away, we'd like to thank them for being here today. So much love for having them here to share their wisdom with you for this week. I'm homeless in a motel at the moment. Currently, I've just blocked out 2 friends. Yeah. The universe is always working out for you. Find what works in every moment, and you've just done that by blocking. That energy is dissipating. Clear it away. Use my chakra balance to clear your energy. Keep your energy clean and clear, Nikki. So thank you everyone for being here. It's been an honor. I will see you again, same time, same back channels, because there's 4 of them, next week. Thank you so much for joining. Bye for now.